Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Touching You Talk Show. And my name is Elder Sheila Black. And guess what? I have a very special guest in the person of Surrell Taylor. Did I pronounce that right, Surrell?
Yes, man, you did. You did.
All right. You came highly recommended by Alice Warren. She is our program manager tonight. How did she meet you? How did you know Alice?
So actually, it was through this thing called Jack and Jill that I'm a part of, that I was a part of throughout high school and throughout my earlier years. We had a conference in Dallas this past summer, and I was able to meet Miss Alice and to talk to her. And she actually, I told her about my accomplishment with me and my chair, about how I was able to go to New York for that, and she actually invited me to come to do this talk show. So that's how I met Miss Alice.
Nice. So tell me, how old are you?
I'm 18 years old. Yes, ma'am.
18 years old.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
you just graduated from high school?
Yes, ma'am. I did. I graduated from Fort Bend Christian Academy in Sugar Land, Texas.
Okay, all right, all right. So
Yes, ma'am.
tell me some of the things you learned in your education at.
Just the basic, math, science, English and math. I mean, history, but just um, along with like all the extracurricular activities that I was a part of throughout school. I was a part of the National Honor Society, National Honor Society, the American Sign Language Honor Society. So just being involved in a whole bunch of stuff outside of school to help me stay well rounded, just to help me balance a lot of things as I got older, as I'm getting older now in college. So just a whole bunch.
So when did you figure out you were really smart?
I don't know. I mean, everybody's always said, I have like a good, like intelligence level, but I didn't really, I don't really, I just think I'm like everybody else really, but I do like science and math, like that's my thing. So yes,
Okay, so where did you go to elementary school?
I went to elementary school at Brazos Bend Elementary.
Okay, and
Yes,
then
man.
junior high.
And then junior high, I went to Sartartia Middle School.
Okay.
And then for high school, I actually went to two high schools. My first one was for my freshman year. I went to Hightower High School,
Hmm.
and then I transferred to Fort Bend Christian Academy for 10th through 12th grade.
So at Fort Bend Christian Academy, did they teach you how to pray? Did you have to read the
No,
word every single day? Tell me about the spiritual
we
aspect
we
of it.
we did have sort of like a chapel every week, but like even but before that, I always knew how to pray. Like my parents brought me and my siblings up to in the Christian household, so that was always a part of me.
So how do you tell me how do you stay rooted and how do you stay grounded and not get in trouble? How do you do that?
I think for me, I'm an introvert, so I like to just stay to myself. So I don't really go out, just do all that stuff. I really just stay in, do what I have to do what needs to be done, get that done, and then really just stay to myself. So that's how I really found myself staying out of things I don't need to be in.
That is good. So when did you start actually writing? You
Writing.
run yeah you got first place in the 2023 Regional Scholastic Art and Writing Competition. Was it for writing or was it for art?
It was actually for my art piece that I did back in 11th grade. So I made an art piece for my art class. Actually, it was my first year in art class, so I just did the assignment, and it actually turned out to be pretty good. I made a chair. It's about maybe 5.5 feet tall, maybe 250 pounds. It's all steel. So it was a pretty cool assignment just to be a part of. And then from there, my teacher put it into the scholastic art and writing competition, and I got first place in the region, and then I was able to get second place in the nation for that.
So,
So it all just started off from a little assignment that I had to do in class. So
so how long did it take for you to do the chair?
It took a while. It took maybe I would have to say 5 months just to design it, just to find out what exactly I was going to do, and then to actually put it all together. And my teacher helped me a lot throughout the process because that was my first time doing it. So I really do appreciate him and his help throughout all this process.
So, are you going to send me a picture of it so I can post it?
Yeah, it's my mind. I'll do that right now. Actually, I'll do that right now.
Okay, so we'll show everybody the picture of it.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you got first place in the 2022 Texas Association of Private and Parochial School State Art Competition. What was that all about?
So that's the little art competition we have for our state, Texas, and then we have it's like the state competition for art. So you know how they have for football, for basketball, baseball, all that for sports. They have one for art too. So I was able to compete in that also, and I was able to get first place.
So can you actually draw pictures, or are you just one? Are you an artist that
No,
actually make things?
I cannot draw to save my life. That's one thing I need to work on. But no, I just like just the design process. Just sketching it out. Nothing too major. Just sketching it out and then just putting it into real life with just stuff I used.
So did you see it in your head first, and then you just had to draw it out? You see it in your
Yeah,
head first. How do you come up with the ideas?
yeah. So it would just the task of being told to do something just started off really for me. The assignment I believe was to make something out of the ordinary, or just not something you would see like in everyday life, or just walking around. So um, I actually went through a couple of ideas, and like with the help of my teacher, just to build on top of that, on top of that, on top of that, just to more and more and more to push me.
Mhm.
I was able to create the final product for my chair.
So tell me about the materials you had to use to make your chair.
Yeah, so it's all made of steel. So that was my first time working with steel. Just like the welding process, and then putting it all together. Making sure everything was the right size, the right length, the right dimensions. Um, so it was really nothing too you know um, like advanced, you can say, but it was all steel, just the welding, the sanding process, and then just putting it all together really.
Wow, so that is amazing. So tell me about your studies now at Morehouse College.
Yes, ma'am. So now I'm a freshman engineering major at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. Proud member, proud student. So yeah, right now I'm just getting started with class. Just getting used to this college lifestyle. It's going good. I'm happy. I'm getting used to it. Getting used to it. I just came from a class actually, so we're just getting used to this new schedule. It's not like high school where you have a fixed schedule. 8 to 4 or whatever. So you really have to just find time to do what you need to do, um, and just make the most of it.
So what are your goals? I mean, what do you plan to? I know you said you're studying, you're majoring in mechanical engineering. And what is the final goal that you want to do once you have established that degree?
So the goal for me would just be to you know it's important to me, like just throughout this process, just to do internships and just talk to companies that I would think that would fit me and what I want to do in life. So just to find that process out, along the way through internships and connections that I might make throughout this process is really just to find, just the company that fits me, that I can thrive at, and just to share my mindset and my skills with them.
So what advice do you have for maybe some young person that may be watching? Maybe they're struggling. Maybe they're struggling with something,
I
anything.
would
What
say,
is your
uh,
advice?
yeah, I would say that the main thing is just to stay focused. just to get done what needs to be done, because you'll have time for almost everything else if you get done what needs to get done. If you have that mindset that, yeah, I need to do this, but I want to do this. Let me do what I need to do first, and then do what I want to do. So just staying focused and having your goals in mind, and really just head down, going to work for it.
Okay, so are you saying that there's plenty of time to party and have
Yes,
fun and do all of
yes, ma'am.
that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And
Definitely.
don't miss this opportunity to learn
Yes,
everything you can so you can get everything that you need out of this particular season in life.
yes, ma'am. Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so how does it feel to be away from family?
I mean, it feels cool. I'm not totally away because I do have a brother that goes to Morehouse College as well. He's a junior,
Okay.
so I'm not totally away from family. But just for the most part, we talk on the phone. But I do plan to go back for the breaks. So just still having that connection. But it's I'm getting used to it now. I'm getting used to it.
So what is your brother taking up?
He is majoring in law on the pre-law track, and he's a junior right now at Morehouse College.
Okay. Does he like to argue?
Um,
You have to know how to argue if you're going to be an attorney.
I would say yes. I would say yes. I would say yes.
Do y'all argue a lot? Tell me about your siblings. How many siblings do you have?
Yeah. So I have two siblings, one brother, as I mentioned before, and then one sister. She's a senior at Fort Bend Christian Academy, and they are both total opposites of me.
Really?
So I'm like laid back. I don't really get into too much stuff. They are totally opposites. My brother's name is Victor and my sister's name is Victoria. So they're very similar. Just about like how they act. They're both extroverts. They like to talk to people, have big groups of friend groups. Go out and that and have a good time. But me, I'm just laid back. But yeah, I love my siblings. Just the bond that we all have together. We're all pretty separated apart. He's 2 years older than me, and I'm a year and a half older than my sister. So we all have just a real good bond together.
That is so good. So, did your parents go to college, or are you the first? Are you guys the first generation that went to college?
Yeah, so both of my parents went to college. Actually, my dad went to Jackson State,
Hmm.
um, and my mom went to Ole Miss, Jackson State, and Tougaloo College. So she's actually she went along that pre-law track as well. So same thing as my brother is trying to get into.
Oh, okay. So he's following in her footsteps.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what other advice can you give to some young person that's watching?
Let me see. Let me see. I would say take the most out of your opportunities. You know, because they might not come as often as you think. So just making sure that you take full advantage of your opportunities, no matter what it might be. No matter if you think like, oh yeah, I might not, I'll get that same thing maybe next week or a week after that. It might not happen. So just make sure you take advantage of your opportunity, because that might be your last opportunity, and you want to make sure you take full advantage of that.
So, tell me about your invite to Carnegie Hall. That's very impressive.
Yeah, that was an exciting time for me because I had no idea. My teacher put me in the competition. I really didn't expect anything of it, because it was my first time, being put into that. But I got the call back, maybe a month or two later that I got first in the region, so I was able to go to that award ceremony in Houston, and then I got second in the nation, and then I was gonna be able to go to Carnegie Hall. So that was a real exciting time, just because I never thought that me and what I made was gonna be able to have that opportunity to go to Carnegie Hall.
That's amazing. So, wouldn't you say to that person that's listening, just follow your dreams? Don't ever
Yes,
give up.
definitely, and just yeah, just stay focused. Like I said before, because you never know what could come out of what you're putting in, And so just make sure you put in all that you got, and just hope that it'll come out good at the end.
Well, I certainly thank you for being my guest tonight.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
just a pleasure getting to know you and letting just telling everyone about your accomplishments. It is so good and so great, and I am super super proud of you. And you just keep doing the good things that you're doing, son.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. All right,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone. This has been Touching You Talk Show with Sheila Black and Surrell Taylor. Have a good day, everyone.